Hey gamers, welcome to this officially sponsored by HelloFresh stream. You can't believe it. Lunar Reach and Kippy McKee, thank you for re-upping your subscriptions. Hello. Here it is. This is it. It's happening. We're doing it. How this stream is going to go is we're going to play like an hour-ish of Citizen Sleeper, and then you guys are going to help me purchase some HelloFresh food boxes and we'll see how that process goes. This is my first ever sponsored stream, so I'm a little nervous. I'm a little excited. I think it's gonna go well. You should see on my screen, yeah, down there in the corner, that way, I think. Is that right? No, this way. You should see a little button. Can we do a poll to choose your meals? Maybe. That's a good idea. I think there might be a ton of meals though, so we'll have to see. Mechtel, I was so wondering about that. In fact, I was talking to my partner about it, and they were like, "You should make sure that's not a violation of the contract." And I didn't see it, but we'll see. Anyway, so basically, you'll see a link in my chat, or you can go to hellofresh.com and use my code, which is POGHF22471, a mouthful, and you'll get 21 free meals plus free shipping. And how that works is basically if you sign up for a new account, like if you don't have an account with them and you sign up and you use that code within a week of signing up for HelloFresh, then you get that little discount. And so that's really cool. I think that's really cool. Entropic Missive and Pliable Head, thank you for re-upping your subscriptions as well. Yeah, they gave me a fancy animation as well for the subbing. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, they want me to do talking points, but here's what they said: you do not need to read these verbatim. Our talking points are only guidelines, and we encourage you to add your own personality. So I'm not reading those. What I am going to read is some food related writings and poetry that I like and that make me think about how much I love cooking and how much I want to do more cooking. And the first one I'm going to read is one that I've actually read on the stream before. It's from this Zen Flesh, Zen Bones, which is a collection of Zen koans. And I read it on the stream before, but I just genuinely have not stopped thinking about it since I read it. And it's something that I think is beneficial to hear for myself, and maybe it'll also be beneficial for y'all. Maybe on the next sponsored stream I'll do food puns. That would also be really fun. So basically this one is going to be directly sponsored, and then next Thursday, by next Thursday I should have gotten the food and cooked and ate it, so I'll have more impactful review of how it goes. But here's this Zen koan. It's from a book called 101 Zen Stories, which this is a collection of, and it's called The Real Miracle. This fucking slaps. Sorry, I'm just excited about rereading it. When Bankai was preaching at Ryumon Temple, a Shinsu priest who believed in salvation through the repetition of the name of the Buddha of love was jealous of his larger audience and wanted to debate with him. Bankai was in the midst of a talk when the priest appeared, but the fellow made such a disturbance that Bankai stopped his discourse and asked about the noise. The founder of our sect, boasted the priest, has such miraculous powers that he held a brush in his hand on one bank of the river, his attendant held up a paper on the other bank, and the teacher wrote the holy name of Amida through the air. Can you do such a wonderful thing? Bankai replied lightly, Perhaps your fox can perform that trick, but that is not the manner of Zen. My miracle is that when I feel hungry, I eat, and when I feel thirsty, I drink. Fire. Zen koans are really good. This is a really a real great collection. But I really like that because it's such one of those basic things that you need to be thinking of all the time. And sometimes it's easy to become overwhelmed with the idea of like feeding yourself. This book is called Zen Flesh, Zen Bones. It's a collection of koans. This is actually a friend of mine's copy, which is why it's so beaten up. I asked him if he wanted me to if he wanted me to get him a new copy of the book, or if he was okay that this one was going to be way more beaten up when he got it back, and he was like, I would love for it to be more beaten up. So that's a Zen vibe all in of itself. Karen, hey Karen, How you doing? Welcome to my sponsored stream where we're playing Citizen Sleeper, which we'll do momentarily. Anyway, that is something I think of a lot. I think of that cone a lot. And I think about feeding myself and how I can do it better. Because it's not something I'm always good at, if I'm honest. So I'm hoping HelloFresh is going to help me do that. But we'll just see. Karen, how are you doing? How's your streaming life going? Are you still streaming? I never get stream notifications from you. Also, with Syrup and Cat Attack, thank you for re-upping your subscriptions. Good now that you're here. No, you haven't been. Well, that's a shame, but I get it. You're busy. You're busy on account of you wrote a book. I assume everybody in the chat knows about your book, but if they don't, they should. And you should tell them right now. You're struggling to eat right now. Here's my recommendation is everybody should snack before we get to the second half of the stream where we're picking out meals, because otherwise you're going to get real hungry. Oh, Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the gift sub for Karen. I'm glad, on the one hand, I'm glad we're playing, it didn't save. It's supposed to wake up. Supposed to wake up the next day. You're a strawberry now. You've always been a strawberry to me. If I had money to sponsor a Jenna stream on behalf of my book, I would do it. I would give you a cut rate discount. In fact, I think I just did it for free, which is not very savvy of me. I thought I used up this last dice. I can't remember what I used it on though, so I guess let's just find something. Didn't want to do a bar shift. Thank you for your work. You're welcome. No, actually the strawberry, all of my subscriber icons, are always food themed because I really like food. I like food and fruit in particular. What am I gonna eat? No, I don't want to do that. I cannot remember where I used my last dice last time. So I guess let's play the exchange. That seems like it's never a poor choice. Cryo. All right, neutral outcome. I'll take it. It looks like a management sim. Karen, you might enjoy it. It's like a cyberpunk game where you're like managing clocks and stuff. So you have like these tracks that tick down, and some of them you want to beat, and some of them are ones you're completing. But it's really good. Yeah, Karen, do you have a link for your book that you can drop in the chat so that people can easily purchase it? I hope HelloFresh is okay with the fact that I am mentioning your book as well. All right. I think that's all I can do for today. So let us nap. Let us end this cycle. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this hunter. Yeah, read Karen's book over a delicious HelloFresh meal. That's a good call. Oh, with syrup. Let me read this. With syrup says, I've been using HelloFresh for a couple years now. It's been a lifesaver for me. My depression/probable ADHD combo makes it really difficult for me to plan out meals ahead and get myself to cook. But having meals to look forward to without doing a ton of planning ahead of time is so helpful. I'm not personally sponsored. Meal kits just work for me. I've never tried a meal kit service before, so that's part of the reason why I was like, this is a sponsorship I will accept, as opposed to some of the other offers I've gotten. All right, we need, so in order to get this hunter off my back, I need to get a have an age agent. I need to break into this gate, and to do that I need have an age chips, and to do that I need to hack the have an age ones. I hope I don't need like 3 chips or something, because that will actually be impossible for me to get in there. You still have recipes from when you did HelloFresh? Oh, that's interesting. See, here's the thing is, like, I really like to cook, and I used to do CSAs And that was really nice because it just like, you just got the food and then you kind of had to figure out what to do with it. And I feel like HelloFresh is a step even better in that direction where you don't even have to figure out what to do with it. You'll have recipes to figure it out. All right. Neutral outcome. Okay, I got some data. Oh, wait, do I have a cipher? Is that all? Do I just need the one cipher? That would be great for me. Oh, it is all I need. Okay. Salmon garlic herb butter. That sounds incredible. That sounds really good. I'm kind of excited to go shopping. I'm kind of excited to go shopping through all the little recipes and try them out. Vegetarian chickpea curry. That also sounds really good. Pliable head, thank you for your discretion. All right, the gate flips. You're in. Okay, I did it. So, okay. What do I need to do to get through here? Oh, this is it. I have the Ripper Worm for this. I might not be hunted down in my sleep today, everyone. This is a banner stream. Apple carrot slaw. That sounds incredible. You were skeptical of that? I think that sounds good. I guess it depends on what you're dressing the slaw with. I guess there's some dressings, but that would not be good. Do HelloFresh have aspic? I think if you put any of their recipes in Jell-O, I think that makes it an aspic. An open port sits waiting for you to slot in the Ripper Worm. What will you find in there? Let's get rippin'. Oh, papaya salad also sounds good. I did eat before I streamed. I always eat before I stream because I'm a responsible youngster. But I especially ate before this stream, but y'all are still making me so hungry. HelloFresh, please send ass pics. I hope to God HelloFresh doesn't watch this stream. All right. Excellent. Okay. So, hack the shipyard and slot in the slips. The Ripper Worm. I hope I just ripped the right thing. Yeah, I must have. Because this is where the icon is. Do I need to do it more? Oh, it probably has a countdown. Maybe. Yeah, Fang, what's up? Exotic produce. Yeah, I am really curious. Here's one of the talking points that I rejected in favor of poetry. But they said, oh God, let me find it. I can't find where they said it, but it basically, part of the pitch for HelloFresh is that you'll have significantly less food waste because you're like literally only getting the things that you are going to use for that recipe. And that's great, actually, because like I think a lot of like I'm rejecting the talking points in favor of poetry, and if they hold that against me, that's their problem. But food waste is one of those things where it's like a lot of the things that we perceive as pollution elements or wasteful elements are things that happen on a corporate level, and so we just can't do a ton about it. But food waste is one of those things where like that is also happening on a corporate level and needs to be dealt with on that level as well. But we also have some responsibility for that. And I'm lucky right now because I have easy access to compost. So that takes off some of the emotional burden of food waste. But I'm still excited to see like to the extent to which I feel like HelloFresh helps that. You know what I mean? Anyway, Sand on the Breeze, thank you for the resubscribe. And Barvicus. I was wanting to switch the V and C. Barvicus, thank you for the resubscribe. And hey, Cinnamon, I hadn't seen you in a minute. Welcome. All right. Fang's Ripper Worm is installing, but this Ripper Worm might not be able to do the damage it needs to before the hunters catch up to me. So we'll just see. We'll just see. What am I going to do with these other two dice? What I should do is buy some medication. Otherwise, I'm going to keep not having dice, and that's not great. Yeah. Yeah, it's so expensive. Medication's so expensive. Ugh. +1 stabilizer. Oh, okay, so I can use this whenever I need to stabilize. That's nice. I'm also very hungry, which I should deal with. Ooh. Hab block. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilized vial, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end, it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film up to the light. No, don't do that. It's bad for the film. It is perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? A metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted into it. 207F, and then crudely scrawled into the handle at some later date. Low end. Ooh, I wonder if this can get me into the low end. That would make sense. For a moment, you consider going back into the surgery to return the key and then quickly think better of it. Did Sabine want you to have this? Or is Toshiro passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. Ooh, I got an upgrade point. Ooh, do I have 2 upgrade points? I do. So this is my character. We are a human consciousness that has been plugged into this artificial body. And we were kind of like low-key indentured servants to a company or a big corporation. And we staged a thrilling getaway and were successful. But now our body is decaying because the company that owns this mechanical body has a proprietary formula that they use to keep people from doing exactly what we did. So we have to like keep taking in medicine in order to stabilize our body. But that medicine's expensive. Yeah, the Great Suzo. So, if you type !HelloFresh in the chat, you'll get a link that should, yeah. So you can use that code POGHF22471 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Or if you click that link, it should actually get you straight there. But it's for people making new accounts specifically, and you have to sign up for the account and use the code within 1 week of each other. So if you don't think you're going to do it this week, but you might do it in like 2 weeks, wait to make your account then. I like to think POG stands for Play of Game. Play of Game, HelloFresh, 2247. Yes. That's a good breakdown of that kind of word salad. I think clicking the link is easier, but that's just me. Okay, so I've got 2 upgrade points. Or Pile of Grapes. Pile of Grapes is also good. I don't think that's one of the meals they offer per se. Power of Gaze, also really good. I don't know if they offer that either, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see when we go shopping later. Okay. So we could get this double data, and that feels like it would be really useful. I haven't gotten my condition low enough to breaking, but that does seem inevitable. Sunbathe dice action allows energy recovery at home. That's kind of cool. Dice action displays. Well, I think since I have 2 upgrade points, I think I should do a double upgrade. And I could do this agent one. Or I guess I could... Oh no, I'd have to get this one before I could break even here. Well, let's do this icebreaker. Icebreaker, I think that's a reference to Neuromancer, if I'm remembering correctly. I think wasn't. Bye, Karen. Karen, it was good to see you. Thank you for showing up. Good luck on your continued book sales. Did you drop a link? I'll find a link later and we'll drop it in the chat. Everybody should read Karen's book. It's incredible. Okay. Good. All right. So that was an upgrade well spent. Thank you, Ryan. You should also just follow Karen on all social media, because sometimes she does cool events related to Bong Joon-ho. like screenings and stuff. And I can't attend them, so y'all, if you can, you have to attend them for me. All right, let's get some nosh in the game in order to prepare. Let's eat some good old fungus to prepare us for some nice meals later. Yes, all right. I love fungus. This is a known established fact of my character. Fang's Ripper is happening. I can't do anything to speed that up, I don't think. I don't need a ship fragment. My friend Ankita, my friend slash crush and Ankita isn't here anymore, which is a shame. Neuromancer has a lot to teach. It's a lot to teach all of us. Okay. So I need another ship mind to help out Neovend. But I think that's gonna take a while to get, because we're gonna have to, like, not gamble, but kind of gamble. So maybe... I actually think the thing I did before ending the stream last time that didn't save in the game was this. So we'll do this now. I remember us getting 2 clicks on this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I accidentally did a little salvage. Well, that's not the worst negative outcome. And then... I also love it. I was talking to some of the people I work with at this indie game studio, Necrosoft, that I'm doing work with. And that was one of the things that they said they really loved. Like, just the map, this kind of spinning map is really neat. All right, I think the last dice is going to give me contact with the hunter, though. Ooh, which I don't know if I want. Although I did just take that thing that gave me double data on agents. What do you require? All right, so let's do it. We'll have an encounter with the hunter, but that's fine. I ain't afraid of no weird deer. Okay. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. What if the hunter is hot? This is the hunter, Gold Stars. I don't think this hunter is hot. Entities submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed deck cannot save you. In that globed head, you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning that they threaten to tear through the thin skin and whip out into the void. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Haha! The Great Suzo. This is definitely a story-heavy game, and the story and the writing is really good. It feels kind of on par with Disco Elysium, so if you like at all what you're seeing, or if you want a good cyberpunk visual novel, this is a game that feels like it's worth playing just from the start. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That deer took a lot of my health away. Can I take... How do I take this? Oh, I can stabilize. Okay. Okay. Taking my meds. Being responsible. I'm just gonna have to make a lot of money in order to get more meds, but that's fine. I got a little bit of time. Weird deer, man. They're popular. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen some weird deer in my day. God, the coyotes that I'm staying out in, like, low-key the wilderness right now, and the coyotes last night were like circling the house, and I could hear them circling the house with their weird little screaming, yipping, crying, laughing sound that they make. It was pretty eerie. Okay, I think I'm good to rest. All right, but I think the hunter will arrive soon. Hearing coyotes is eerie. I can usually hear them at night because they love to just, I mean, they're always out partying, but they don't often get quite as close as they were last night. They've gotten closer, but it just doesn't happen all that often. Coyotes are all over LA. Have had to avoid them on the sidewalk at night. That's wild. I had no idea. Kind of cool. Kind of weird. Oh, Que Sera Fifi. I have a copy, and I haven't played it yet, but we might end up playing that on stream at some point. Maybe not the whole game, but some of the game. Because I've heard it's really, really good. And I really want to play it. Alright, is the hunter? Yeah. Cynical bounty hunter, Ethan. Wow. Oh, wow, Ethan. Kind of into what you're laying down here. This is a Cowboy Bebop vibe, if ever I have seen one. Look at that shirt. Ethan came to fucking party. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice behind you. Don't run. Don't you run. I'll stay still. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Damn it, Ethan, why'd you have to be creepy? He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You notice the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. Hey, Beefquake, welcome. Welcome in. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. No, I'm making a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. I'm glad I took my medicine last night. Then a shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the ring over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home, he whistles, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. I do not have enough money to bribe this person. Listen, we can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame you came all the way out here just to head back to Espen Arp right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit of more of a chase, you know, a running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I was around. You walk on in silence a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That Espen Arp tracker will be the death of you. You should definitely get Disco Elysium. It's an incredible game. The writing on that game is like the writing in very few games. Like it will really put to shame other games that you play. In a good way. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own jokes. I have a better idea. Do I? This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of those most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye. I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me. I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. You don't pay my tab. He rattles the gun. You get the idea. Okay, so... yeah, I get it. Okay then, that sounds to me like a deal. So he's gonna extort me to pay his tab. You know what we have here, everyone? We've got a Dread Pirates Robert situation. Sleep well, pay my tab, I'll most likely take you to the corporation in the morning. I think that's what this is. I'm gonna win him over with my charm. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was gonna have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from my wrists. I'm gonna see if I can find my own stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sights. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna pay his fucking tab. I don't know what else I can really do about this. Phew. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot else I can do. So this is still happening. That's just gonna have to tick down. Yeah, so I have to do the extract the past before I can disable the tracker. I have to find Ashton. That's gonna be fun, because Ankita's gonna be around. I need a ship mind. I need to get some mushies for Emphas. I gotta pay for Ethan's tab. Nervous about how much Ethan's gonna drink on my dime. I forgot to decline cookies. Yeah, that's exactly it. Somebody said, are you okay with these cookies? And I was like, cookies? I love cookies. And then later I was like, oh. Poison his drink. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. As in Ethan, the past 5 minutes have been a wild ride. Knife Snail, why are you extorting me? Why are you personally extorting me? Alright. So what do we got? Okay, so we've got a 6, we've got a 3, a 4, and a 2, and a 1. So if you weren't here for yesterday's stream, basically the dice, the higher the dice, the better outcome you're likely to have. But the lower dice are useful because we can use them in basically this section, which is like the cloud. Basically, we are surfing the cloud at this moment. So let's see, we can get agents, keynode. I've done the Yatagun agent one a lot of times. There's Haven Age agent. Maybe we'll do a keynode. Let's do a keynode. Vaporize, thank you for re-upping your subscription. Also, Flaming Green Vial, thank you for re-upping your subscription. There's a fire alarm, oh no. I hope there wasn't a fire. I know, isn't the animation that pops up so nice? It's really making me feel like I gotta up my animation game. But you know, one piece at a time. I only just started doing the animation for it. But it's a nice excuse to hop into Blender and do some stuff. Usually it's just someone burning their popcorn. Still, how annoying. Yeah, do I want to do this keynode too? A stream of passcodes. These passcodes were helpful because they helped me unlock that cool vending machine that we befriended. So let's go. Let's do this keynode as well. I mean, if anyone's gonna set off a fire alarm, Flaming Green Vial, I think we know who it is. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna... I do have this 1. Do I have anywhere where I can spin that 1? No, I don't think so. Okay. I'll just have to use the one somewhere around here. So what do I want to do? You're working. I can't do anything to speed that up. I do need a ship mine, but I think I really want to unlock whatever this winter light thing is. It feels like it's going to be helpful. All right. Got a scrap item. Love that. Got a pass key. Oh, that's right. For an apartment. Oh, let's go investigate this pass key thing. Oh, I have to go to the low end. Well, let's... Okay. This bill isn't going to be small, is it? No, it certainly will not. But I'm going to let that tick up a little bit more. I'm not worried about that right now. So I can't get to the low... So I need money to get to the low end, and I do have money. But I want to save it a little bit right now, because I don't know how much this tab is going to be for fucking Ethan. So... let's... play the exchange. Well, let's see how much money we get for scrap. That would be helpful. 12 cryo? That's okay. That's okay. It's not great. Alright, let's try this. Play the exchange. Let's see if we can't get maybe a piece of a ship mined. I just got some cash. Well, there are worse things. Alright. Basically, so every morning I wake up, I have a selection of die of varying quality, and I have to do actions, I have to spin those die. So like right now, I'm investigating this ship that we brought in. This dude, Dragos, who I'm totally chill with for now, is trying to splice it, but I want to investigate it. So I could just splice it, but I kind of want to check it out. And so this is a safe dice roll. So even though I have only a 50% chance of getting a neutral outcome and a 50% chance of a negative outcome, I think it's still worthwhile, because the negative outcome won't be too bad. Hopefully. And hopefully it'll be neutral and I'll just finish this. Yes, okay. Excellent. So I successfully completed this circle, which means I learned things? Yes! You squeeze into the office at the entrance to the yard. You lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Dragos' old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office's ship registry lies beside them, synthetic paper so thin it is almost transparent. Reactor failure. This is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the winter light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section, blotches of colors marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story. A catastrophic failure of the drive core leading to a fatal hull breach. Well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you aren't looking at the rose of the reactor. You're looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It's a thumbprint-sized, delicately placed over the control servos of the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled, shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hole and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You're looking at it because it is troubling you. Ho, 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 ho. Now I can't help but see this thumbprint-sized mark that suggests, dare I say, foul play. Your attempts at reconstruction of the winter light before its fatal accident consists of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf model. It was heavily modified, parts replaced with inventive configurations, the new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. Thank you, the great Suzo. I've watched a lot of Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. Ooh, you missed them at first, where the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change, but there they are. Well, I can't help but notice that the dimensions on the inside and the dimensions on the outside of this ship do not match. I can't help but feel like we have a House of Leaves situation. I have not read House of Leaves. We showed my friend Paul Knives Out over winter break, and when he got back he said that he had picked up a copy of Gravity's Rainbow to read. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winter Light, the gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. The first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept it away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winter Light got little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained, a reactor failure preceded by carefully concealed external entry, a suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winter Light, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It is a little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you are able to pull from the ship's systems. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winter Light had a separate system, one tucked away in one of the hidden compartments. Armored, air-walled. The list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of a hidden compartments. Some of you recognize, some of them you don't. Shipmine ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and the final entry. Passenger. Sleeper. I'm a sleeper. I'm a sleeper. Did somebody escape? Oh, pigeons are dinosaurs. The code might not work. It might only work in the US. I'm sorry about that. It might only work in the US, I'm afraid. But if you're wondering, you can use my link that'll pop up in the chat, or you can go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGHF22471 for 21 free meals plus free shipping if you're in the US. I'm sorry about that. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here. In the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? Had they convinced the Winter Light, a smuggler's ship, if you ever saw one, to extract them from the Espen Arp? Luckier. You laugh. There had been no remains found on any of the Winter Light's compartments. You'd checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This was all you found in their compartment. Free stabilizer? A parting gift from Espen Arp. Well, it won't go to waste now. You put it back in your pocket. That's great. That's going to save me so much money. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming to the same yard? 2, one after the other. That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between data sets on the terminal, thinking, and you see that thumbprint again, the mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winter Light with precision and speed. When they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Hey, Drago's standing in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. Oh God, what was the voice that I did for this guy? What? Oh, fuck. I got too deep in the Benoit Blanc voice. What is all this? He snatches the slate from the desk, faster than you realize he could move. You running an investigation here? I can't, I've totally blanked on this guy's voice. Are you running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whining shrilly, his anger passing to it through his implants. I totally blanked. I know what, mentally I know the voice I was doing for him, but I can't remember how to slip back into it. Where is this ship from? Leave this alone, he starts shaking his head. I know you got a lot of questions, but this ain't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself, oh, this is the last thing I need. This ship had a sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Aren't all of you trying to escape? You are lucky that it was you that made it out alive, not them. He folds his arms indignantly. Dragos seems to steady himself and then turns back to you, the heat map of the reactor failure reflecting in the headset's glassy eye. I've given you a place to stay. I've given you work. He stumbled over the words, unsure what to say. There's plenty others who would have sold you on, turned you in, but not me, no. I know. He softens. Look, you've helped me too. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He straightens up and clears his voice. But this obsession you have with this ship isn't gonna work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you're after. He sighs. You can't work here anymore. No, Dragos. What about the winter light? He reaches over and switches the monitor off. Forget about that damn ship. You've got enough to keep you up. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it was done. You made it out, Sleeper. That means you have to move on. Somebody killed that ship and its crew. And you want to meet them? He shakes his head. We are done here. In the dark, Dragos' headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he'd understand. Oh no. You get up from the desk and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Dragos, you're a good dude. Don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. Oh. You walk out of the office, then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. As you walk, your mind once again drifts to the person who killed the winter light and whether or not that person will come for you. Whew. I mean, it's pretty incredible to think how easy it would have been to miss that story. Mechtel. No luck, Mechtel. Because I could have just really easily I could have just worked. Like, I could have just worked and taken the ship apart and not done that storyline. So that's actually pretty cool that we did that. And there are other places I can work. I can come here and help the shipbuilders here. But still, it's mighty sad. Let's get... where's my club? Where's the bar I always go to? Oh, here it is. Okay. I can't work... Oh, can I not just get a drink anymore? Fine. Fine, we'll just sleep. We'll just sleep. Blueberry racehorse. Yeah, the irony was not lost on me. Part of me was like, ooh, I should have waited to play this game, but I don't know. We're all in this together, this by which I mean capitalism. And by which I mean the working class. Okay. Okay. I am starving, so we're gonna start the morning. Ooh, a scrap freighter. That's exciting. Let's get some food first. We're being responsible. This is my miracle. When I'm hungry, I eat. Can't just drink your problems away. This is one problem I can drink away, though. Why would you take that from me? Fang is still ticking down. Let's see what nodes we got. You're working. Got a Haven Edge agent. Problem is I have all this data that I don't really know how to use yet. So I'm loath to get more. Especially because I think the situation with the hunter is just gonna get worse. Gotta win over the bounty hunger with the fungus. I haven't played this game, but that feels like the answer. Mechtel, that's such a Cowboy Bebop approach to a problem. Because I do think that is literally something that they do in Cowboy Bebop. In Mushroom Samba, one of the best episodes. And one of the best songs, Mushroom Samba. What do we got? Got some scrap. Can unload containers to earn money. What I want to do... I need ship mines. I think what I want to do is explore the low end, and that's going to cost some money, but I've got medicine for now, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, it is a lot of money, though. How quickly is this thing ticking up? Pretty quickly, huh? Well, let's just go for it and not think about the repercussions. Boom. Alright, so this should... I think this will unlock a new... Yes, low-end access unlocked. Okay. So this has just opened up the areas we have access to, which is exciting. We're completing the circle. Alright, so we got the ramshackle. This is where you have a key to. Did I get a discount? I don't think I got a discount to the low end. Oh, Tornado of Bees. I love a rewatch. I need to do a rewatch of Cowboy Bebop. It's just so incredible. Just a perfect show. Maintained by their residents, the ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Helping out is a good way to make friends. I love to make friends. Or play Tavla. The clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse in the low end as the residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. Oven Baked Brett, thank you for re-upping your subscription. Okay. Oh, Travis, I'm sorry to hear you have a migraine. That is the worst. Yeah, we got fired. We got fired. But I'm in good spirits about it. Alright, so we can gamble, which you know I love to do. Hey, Chad. Player character is someone Spike would run into. Kinda, yeah. Kind of, yeah. If anything, I think Ethan is the Spike character. Pay for passage. Oh, this is where the discount is. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I won't be able to afford that for a while. The free spoke. What do you do? Enter the spoke, a tangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. The only way to explore is vertically. Wow, there's a lot more to this map than I thought there was going to be. Blistered with precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Okay, so those are some options. Let's go into this apartment and then decide what else we want to do. Because going into this apartment is free. The lock clunks open, the metal door swinging inward into the dark. Wonder if this is a place I can lay low. As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Inspect the surfaces. You have a tracker in you, there's no place you can lay low. I have a tracker in me for now. I am working on that. And once I can get that thing popped out, I'm good to go. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare, and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash dispenser's water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. A bunk is tucked into the hall, the blankets ruffled. A wall desk glitters with rows of vials and container. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, orderly, controlled. As you approach, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper. Oh, that was not Sabine's voice. Sleeper. Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be there. I had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises. Static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare show my face. Something is happening within yet again. I can no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Da-da-dum. Yadigan were supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. And then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise like waves passes over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the debt. Yeah, Sabine! But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and, as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I've been here before. I can help you, but not with Yadigan's noose around my neck. Get me data. Get me information. Get me something I can use against Yadigan. Then I can get out, and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it to my terminal. I'll get it to where I can. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here, working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with a white hiss, then silence. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. Well, that's fair. I'm a stranger. I'm a stranger who came to them for drugs. So, who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yadigan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizers, your body would die. You glance at the briefcase lab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave, the door clunking shut behind you, but in the corridor, you notice the scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yadigan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Love it. Love to be drawn into things I don't quite understand. And I have a ton of Yadigan data already, so we can just do this, immediately. Boom. I think I was spending too much time in the netherworld. Yeah, I got a lot of Yada data. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Sabine. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data, Yadagana data, uploaded. The air crackles with white noise. Sleeper, Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yadigan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yadigan agents, there's something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants, recorded records of integration with their nervous system, performance analysis, error rates, USA data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise, like a swimmer sleeping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine reemerges. It has to be somehow baked into the wetware interface, and that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinol enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, and these implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcer's body, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you these foot shoulders have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. Da-da-da-da-da. It's being broadcast at twitch.tv/Jenna. You lean towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to put all this together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my data. Yes. He's one of the heads at Yadigan, they pause. It is better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered, panicked. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then a sharp crack of a disconnect. Silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implant set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering? And more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think, can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition they gave you when they first met you. Yeah, Mechtel. Oh, I'll lose the glasses. Okay, but I mean, we're about to be done with this stream. Because it's about time to start shopping for food. So you guys are just gonna, I'm just gonna have to figure out what food looks good on instinct. So there's some text on the screen that is probably pretty important. Something about the apartment. Glancing around, you close it up, and you feel bad about it. Probably. Okay. How many upgrade points do I have? I've got 1. I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna spend it right now. But what I am gonna do, so we're gonna spend the rest of these dice and then we're gonna go shopping. So I could do some work. That's probably a good idea. But I did unlock the ability to gamble. And if it's a sure chance at gambling, I mean, I do want to tick this up because I want to make friends. So let's do one here. Okay, looks like a neutral outcome. And then let's do a guaranteed success. Let's see how much money we can get doing this. 3 cryo. 3? What a waste. Waste of my money. All right, we'll come back and do more work there later. Ooh. Noodle shop. Express delivery, noodle manufacturer. Oh, I can make noodles? All right, that looks like risky and that looks like safe. But I think I have a -1 to this one. So it, I think this means 100. Well, can it get worse than 50-50 even if I have a -1 in it? Or is that functionally a 0? I shouldn't test it. I'll do a delivery. Oh, I lost energy. But I got some money, so worse ways of using a 1. Alright, I can climb. I think I should do some work so I can get some money. That'll cost money. That's an endurer, which I have negatives at. Let's see. If I can do this engineering one. Big money, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, all I did was increase a tick? I didn't even get any money? Shit. Where can I go to get money? I guess I'll just have to do this engineering one. Oh, no, I forgot I can do bar shifts. The pay isn't great, but tips can make all the difference. Let's try our luck. Boy, what a grim thing to say about a bartending job. Oh, I did good, and I got some money. Okay, that's not bad. I'm in stable condition. I've got enough food in my bill, and my sweet artificial belly, and I don't need any stabilizer, so I think I can just end the cycle. Okay. Great. Things are going okay, you know? Alright. Is there anything? Ooh! Feng. Alright, we'll read Feng and then we're gonna go shopping. As you arrive, Feng comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Go where? To see Hardenhurst. Gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you're here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped, well done, by the way, he grins. tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Feng takes a sharp turn into a dimly lit side passage. Sidereal horizon? Confront him? Oh, don't mind if I do, glasses. Okay, but you have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop making that sound. Okay. Oh! I'm back. That data was ripped. Well done, by the way. Tell me... okay, here we go. Okay. Still catching up? That's the massive colony ship being built out in the shipyard. Biggest commission Havenage has ever had. Look not upon our crimes. What did you do? Chat, what have you done? Feng slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips. It's him, Sleeper, the same Hardin Hurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. Just some butts. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day and then the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the cost higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a breath in the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker into the mistakes, the accidents were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate for work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragging into court case in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erling, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true. But my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock, while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Oh no! Feng pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart, Feng finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Feng starts walking in. That's why I can't let him strut into the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? This is my question, too. Clearly, you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see the ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Let's go. Feng grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex, snatching one of the construction bays always appears through the window. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked onto one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding clings to the ship's hulls, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across the gantry, and at the front 2 men, one gesturing towards a ship and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of gray hair. Hardin. You and Feng say his name in unison. Hardin. And Feng steps up the staircase to the gantry, with you following behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done through the dockyard and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You're a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Feng's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the Eye was built in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you, too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. Are you from the systems branch, are you not? He asks Hardin, inspecting Finn's clothes. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that? He looks around at the group who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You're a product of Espen Earp. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you're sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. That's fair. That's true. I am sending signals pretty much constantly. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right, I am systems. And I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at the members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow. Fuck you! And tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways, coming from all angles at once and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels and then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Hardin, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Ooh. Calm, Feng, or go for the weapon. There's a lot of security, it sounds like. So I'm gonna calm Feng down. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the HelloFresh code tip. Yes. If you want to use the code, and we're about to do that ourselves on this stream, you can use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGHF22471 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. If you do exclamation point HelloFresh in the chat, you'll just get that link. It'll populate automatically. You look at Feng. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng. And he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudges you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. Picks up pace. I said Feng picks up face, which is a different thing. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Feng. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any snaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We're tracking his outgoing messages. Oh, Feng! Feng! Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook 'em good enough and they'll give the game away. Fucking so good. Feng, you're so smart. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over a map of rings, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Hardin's buddies, the ones he's messaging right now, and we're gonna find them all. That was on purpose? Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. Feng is a legend. Fucking go over here. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. That's not true. I know which of those to be. It is impressed. Ooh, and we got an upgrade point. We're gonna use that. I think we need to use it to upgrade a skill before anything else. I think we're gonna upgrade. Let's upgrade engineer. Oh, and I still have a point. Oh, okay. Well, then let's upgrade something else, too. Let's upgrade engage. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. I could use that. I don't have a job anymore. I know, isn't the character... All of the character design is really, really, really primo. I love Big Jacket. All of the... Yeah, just all of the characters are so good. Alright. It should... As I understand it, it's supposed to save... whenever you go... Okay, last autosave 7 seconds, so I think that's a good sign. Alright. Should I leave this up so we're listening to the cool music as we're doing HelloFresh stuff? I think I'm gonna. Let me find my screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. So y'all are gonna help me pick out some good meals, right? Right? Y'all are gonna help me pick out some good meals? Before we do that, I'm gonna read another cooking related poem. This is the way I'm doing talking points. And this one is another incredible poem. This one's by Naomi Shihab Nye. If you're not familiar with Naomi Shihab Nye, highly recommend it. If you can find video of her like reading her poems out loud, really, really, really good. This one's called The Traveling Onion. When I think how far the onion has traveled just to enter my stew today, I could kneel and praise all small forgotten miracles, crackly paper peeling on the drain board, pearly layers in smooth agreement, the way the knife enters onion and onion falls apart on the chopping block, a history revealed. And I would never scold the onion for causing tears. It is right that tears fall for something small and forgotten. How, at meal, we sit to eat, commenting on texture of meat or herbal aroma, but never on the translucence of onion, now limp, now divided, or its traditionally honorable career, for the sake of others, disappear. Naomi Shihab Nye is incredible. Incredible poet. Ugh. Anyway, it's poems like that that make me really excited to cook, because I really love cooking. And a thing that has been kind of a constant issue since I've moved is that because I work from an office now and I don't work from home, I used to... All of the things that I've cooked for the last like 2 or 3 years is stuff that requires like long, slow cook times. So I make a lot of like fresh beans or dried beans from scratch. A lot of like soups and stews and stuff. And I can't do that anymore because I work from here now. I don't work from a place where I have access to a stove. So part of the reason I'm really excited about HelloFresh is that I think it'll help me readjust how I think about food and thinking about food in a way where it's like, okay, I have all the ingredients. I just have to like sit down and commit in the evening to cook. I think that's going to be really helpful for me, but we'll see. We'll see together. All right, let's see. Let's see what they got. So we got meat, we got veggie, we got family friendly, fit and wholesome, quick and easy, pescatarian. You're able to swap proteins and sides if they aren't a perfect match. Okay, that's cool. I think we're gonna do, let's just do meat and veg. I'm a meat and vegger, so I'm gonna do both. I'm tempted to try quick and easy, but let's challenge ourselves a little bit. I have to put in my email. I don't have an email. I don't have anything. Let me just here, we'll do that. I don't think it's going to make me input any sensitive information. Get salmon, yes. Let's see what they got. I definitely looked at the menu the other day without having to sign in. So let me see if I can't do that. I'm just trying to avoid any personal information leaking out, basically. No, it really wants me to input a password. All right. Well, I'm going to do that discreetly where you guys can't see it. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I do this. I was really hoping that the music from the game would keep going, but that does not seem to be the case, which is a real shame. Okay. I definitely looked at the stuff that was on offer without having to fill the stuff out earlier. So that's really annoying. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking so I can't really cook in the office. I think that would be a precarious thing to do. Except that I do have, hilariously, I have a camping stove. And so part of me is like, if they have something that I could just do, potentially next Thursday we could do a live cooking stream. I don't want to commit to that because I don't know that I'll be able to actually do that. And that would be a wild thing to attempt. But if they have something that is just like one pot that we could do, I think it could work out. And I think that would be really funny. So let's keep an eye on that as we see. I think it would be super mise en place where like everything would have to be pre-chopped and I would have to arrive with just stuff like that. I think it would be an option. But I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Making sure nothing indiscreet is on the screen. Okay. All right. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to cook on the stream. I think it would be fun. We'll see if we can do it. Okay. So, okay. These are like the pre-selected meals. There's got to be like... Ooh, okay. So these are the ones they're suggesting for me. Sheet pan, Monterey Jack, unfried chicken. I do love a baked chicken. Meatballs with bulgogi sauce sounds good as hell. Pork sausage with rigatoni rosa. And rosemary demi-glace pork chops. Holy shit. I am hungry now. I am getting hungry already. This is a lot of pasta, though. I don't know if I want so much pasta, although you know it's easy to prepare in a little pot on a cooking stove. It is pasta. Let's see, if I had to give up on one of these. Well, let's look at what other ones they have. So we've got Spanish whites with shrimp. That does sound good, but I'm not wild about seafood, so I'm probably not going to get anything seafood. Well, maybe. Rosemary fig pork tenderloin sounds so good. Creamy buffalo chicken salad. Oh, I see. And so all the little categories are up here anyway. Okay. They should have an option for camp meals. That is a good idea. HelloFresh, if you're listening, that is a good idea. Good idea. Turkey couscous bowl, Cajun cauliflower lettuce wrap. Ooh, I do love a peanut sesame stir fry. That sounds real good. What? Oh, okay. And I can add different protein to it. That's kind of nice. Truffle risotto with herbed chicken. One pot. Okay, one pot chicken sausage and chickpea soup might be something we could legitimately make here live over an open flame. Oh, pecan encrusted chicken sounds so good, though. That sounds really good. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get rid of the pesto. I think I'm going to get rid of the pork chops, too. I'm apathetic about pork chops, although I do like the potato sides. I really want to try the pecan-crusted chicken. It does sound, yeah, like a good winter soup. It is still winter. Oh, yeah, it does have an easy prep. Good call, Mechtel. I wonder, I guess I can just add stuff and then take it away when I decide I've had enough. Roll-ups, no. Don't like roll-ups. Peppercorn-crusted beef tenderloin. That's so ambitious. I mean, it sounds so good. Add prosciutto and mozzarella board. I can get charcuterie with this. Okay, that's pretty wild. If we end up doing a cooking stream, I will absolutely bring some more fixings, and we will absolutely make s'mores on stream. Lemon ricotta pancakes with syrup and creme and a spinach orange salad. Just remember the premium stuff costs a bit extra. Good call. Gold stars. Yeah, I'm gonna do this is what I always do when I'm shopping for anything is I add everything I think looks interesting to my cart, and then before I actually check out, I take out anything I'm like on the fence about, so that the stuff that I have is just stuff I'm really, really excited about. What drink will you pair with a meal? That's a good question too. We'll have to commit, and then we'll do drink pairings afterwards. We have to keep going through these. There's so many. Chicken ramen and shoyu style broth sounds incredible. Greek goddess bulgur bowl. I'm trying to think about ones that like are food that I've never made before, and I have made ramen, even though that sounds incredible. Curried chicken salad wrap. Duck a la orange. That word just can't be pronounced orange in French, right? Duck a l'orange. There we go. Get sponsored by a wine subscription. That would be pro level. I've never made duck à l'orange. And so that's really tempting because I feel like that would really extend my skill set. Mustard soy salmon also sounds good. See, part of the reason I don't eat a lot of fish is that I don't know how to make fish. So something like that might be good. A cheddar, a spaghetti salad, one pot pork and black bean chili. I make so much chili. I'm not going to get the chili one. Cheesy smash pork burger. Vegan Thai coconut curry tofu. Tinga tacos sound really good. What kind of protein can we with that? Okay. So I could just do the chickpea. Actually, that sounds really good too. These all sound so good. The idea that I could make them is overwhelming. Choc avocado, yes. If you use my link, if you do !HelloFresh in the chat, you can get a link. Or if you go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGHF22471, which you see on the screen, you get 21 free meals plus free shipping. And I think that means I think all of the meals I'm getting are 2 servings. So I think it means this is like each one of these meals counts as 2 meals because it's for 2 people. I'm probably going to be having them for lunch. I'm probably going to bring in lunch. Tuesday is probably going to be whatever lunch I have Tuesday before the stream will probably be one of these meals. Mom a la meatloaf. Meatloaf a la mom. I said it the wrong way. Mom a la meatloaf is nothing. Meatloaf a la mom sounds good. Although my mom actually makes really great meatloaf. I don't know if I feel like I want to make a run at the make a run at the throne that way. Oh man, flatbread sounds really good. Nacho pork burgers. I like the idea of trying out a pork burger. One pan sesame beef taco. Oh, gnocchi. The most adorable pasta. Gnocchi. Risotto. I've never made a risotto. So this might be a good option to try making a risotto. Making a risotto might be cool. What do I have now? Okay, I'm gonna remove the sheet pan. Because I've made sheet pan stuff before. I've also made meatballs before. I thought, did I not add anything? I assumed when I click add that it would go, sorry, I just realized the sound. I was hearing the sound of the game, but it wasn't actually music, and that was obnoxious. Risotto is not as hard as people think, but it's very specific and hands-on method more than anything. See, this is the thing, is I think risotto's hard, which is why I've never made risotto. But it is just like rice, right? It's just like more temperamental rice. So that might be an option. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick 3 meals, and I think the 4th one is gonna be up to you, chat. So let me pick the ones. Oh, okay. So it did put them in. Okay. So I've got the meatballs with bulgogi sauce, which I'm on the fence about. Because I have made meatballs before. I've actually made a lot of meatballs, but they are really good. So I'm going to do the pecan crusted chicken. Sounds incredible. And the fact that it's a Hall of Famer makes me really excited. You pick Taco Bell. And I think the one pot chicken sausage and chickpea soup sounds, first of all, sounds incredible. Second of all, sounds like something that we can do on stream on Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The peppercorn sounds really good. So that's high on my list. The duck à l'orange is so fancy, right? That just sounds so fancy. Your mom always says don't make the risotto when she watches cooking shows. Well, cooking shows are like timed. Isn't the thing with risotto is that it takes like an hour to cook fully? Duck all around sounds really classy. I actually don't know if I'm kind of apathetic about duck as a protein though. But maybe that's because I haven't had it à l'orange. There's so many good options. I'm really just like so excited that I get to do the cooking part of all these meals and I don't have to do the shopping part. Like I love shopping for food, but it is always stressful whenever I'm like, I need 2 sprigs of cilantro. Here I'm gonna buy a whole thing of cilantro that I'm not gonna use. Like that is low-key stressful. So I am excited to try all of these out. Ooh, maybe I should I try risotto? Should I try to make a risotto? What kind of risotto? So they got the pork sausage and bell pepper risotto, which sounds good as hell. And I think is going to be the one. But was there another risotto? Oh, there's a truffle risotto with herbed chicken. I think I'm more interested in the other. I think I'm more interested in the other risotto. Isoplod, thank you for re-upping your subscription. 4 of them. What is there? Okay. Oh, they might have a risotto side. That's a good point. If I'm making a risotto, I want it to be the whole GD meal. All right. Okay, so the last one is going to be up to you, chat. Chat, you're going to have to narrow down what we're doing here. If you guys can narrow it down to a couple options, I'll do a poll. and then we can figure it out. The really clutch thing about risotto is once you have one good risotto recipe down, you can put literally anything else in it you want, and then you have every risotto recipe down. Hobbs, you're making me really excited to try risotto. Because I love recipes. Like, that's what the thing I love about chili is that the chili is anything. It's basically any bean-based soup that you want to do is up for play. I'm probably not going to do, I don't like mushrooms, so I'm not going to do a mushroom stir fry. But if they have a mushroom stir fry that we could do tofu with, I would be down for doing a tofu thing. There was the vegan Thai coconut curry tofu, which sounds so good. Hearing a lot of salmon in the chat though. All right, I'm going to be crafting the poll as we're doing this. All right, so I'm going to put the vegan Thai coconut. I was just talking with some of my friends. I was just getting a recipe for tofu from some of my friends. Because I feel like tofu is one of those things I wish I had incorporated. I wish I would have incorporated more in my cooking inventory. Curry might require a special kitchen equipment. I can't imagine it would. I'll just have to press. I need to get out of my comfort zone and do fish. Okay. What salmon options were there? Hold on. There was... You're right. I need to get out of my comfort zone. In fact, that reminds me of one of the talking points that I pulled out was a quote from Julia Child, and it goes as thus. This is my invariable advice to people. Learn how to cook, try new recipes, learn from your mistakes, be fearless, and above all, have fun. So what would Julia Child tell me to make out of all of this? She would say either the duck à l'orange or a salmon dish. Ooh, this mustard soy salmon, is that what y'all are thinking? I'm adding it to the poll. All right. Is there... Aspic for sure. Aspic is not out of my comfort zone. It's out of everybody's comfort zone. Nobody is comforted but you by Aspic. Okay. Right now the poll has the curry tofu, mustard soy salmon, duck à l'orange. Is there anything else we should add to the poll? I mean, I'm tempted by the chowder. I've never made corn chowder. The tacos also sound really good. Which of these am I least emotionally equipped to cook? This is the question I'm asking myself. I think the ones that I'm least equipped to deal with are already on the list. But I am going to add the chowder because I do think that is maybe the other one. Although, can I tell you, the lemon ricotta pancakes sound so good. And I love that it comes with a salad. I wish pancakes did come with salad because I always feel low-key guilty about getting just straight pancakes for a meal. Because that's not a great meal, you know? All right. Wait, did I just add it? No, I didn't mean to add it. I meant to add it to the poll. Hold on. All right. All right. I am adding. All right. The poll is now live. Tell me, chat. Tell me what I should make. So the other things we have now are pecan crusted chicken. Really excited about that. Chicken sausage and chickpea soup, which I think is what we'll do live on air. The Old Bay toast, I'm so intrigued by. That sounds incredibly good. And the other one I have is this pork sausage and bell pepper risotto. Risotto. These all sound really good. I'm also intrigued because I know that you can add sides and other things to them. I'm curious what those are going to be. My neighbor risotto Toro. That was funnier to say out loud than I thought it was going to be. It was actually really, really satisfying to say out loud. I'm so excited to cook all of these. Like, I'm like legitimately hype about this. I love cooking. And I just I haven't done as much of it as I wish I were doing. And this will be a good reason. Oh, I'm going to have to clear a lot of space in the fridge, huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm just thinking about it right now. That's going to be, well, I'll figure it out when it comes. It's a fight to the death between the salmon and the duck. I would put my money on a duck. They eat fish. Biblehead, loving cooking is something I definitely had to learn to do. I didn't really cook much growing up. Growing up, I tried to cook a lot, but I was always overly ambitious. And Nicholas contributed 4,700 channel points. Was that to get mustard soy salmon across the line? That's so funny. What if I also got the duck à l'orange? No, that's too many meals. This is already a lot of meals. This is taking me up. You know you want a duck? You spent all of that on duck and duck still didn't win? Damn. Okay. So wait, what won? The mustard soy salmon? Okay, I'm intrigued. Can I tell you something that is low-key embarrassing? For the first time ever last week, I ate tuna from a can. Because eggs are so expensive now. Normally I would just make egg salad, but I had recently, so I had all these like extra fixings for egg salad that I needed to use. And my dad was like, oh, eggs are so expensive, just use this canned tuna. And I was like, this canned tuna is out of date, but it's probably fine. And it was. But I was like, I just went for it. And actually it was great. It was delicious. I used to hate canned tuna because when I used to work at a health food deli when I was in college, and part of my duty was I did prep stuff, and I had to prep just like a giant container of tuna salad every week. And the tuna wasn't bad. What sucked was the smell of celery. Because I would have to get up at like 6 a.m. to go into the shop and chop it, and I would do that, and then I would go to classes, and my hands just smelled like celery the rest of the day, no matter how much I cleaned them, and I hated it. But Emmy, can I tell you what I used that tuna salad for? I made tuna mayo onigiri. That's what I did with it, and it was so good. And I had some shiso miso that I got from Muji that I mixed with it, and I made that, and it was so good. But the celery hands were nightmarish, and I hated that for so long. But what I'm saying is I'm open to the mustard soy salmon lifestyle. I'm open to it, and I'm welcoming it in. Let's see. I want to see what other quick and easy ones are to see if there's a soup that I like more than this. But I think it's got to be the one pot. No promises that next Thursday will be a cooking stream, but we're going to see. Next Thursday might be a cooking stream. Okay. Okay, I think I've got that. I'm going to hide the screen real quick while I click through just so I make sure there's no sensitive information on the screen. Okay. Well, what the fuck is this? there's more things. Make your soiree, make your soiree a snap with our curated recipes. I didn't realize they had like desserts. Hey Jenna, how long is your code good for? I think a month. I think it's good for at least a month. It might be good for 45 days. You need to plan for space. That's a good call. Hey, here's my request. So if you want to use the code, first of all, thank you. And I'm excited to undergo this experience with you. Make sure you make your account and use the code within like a week of each other. I think if you like make your account now and then don't use the code for 2 weeks or something, then it doesn't count. But if you just make it when you sit down to do it, then it should be fine. Did they not used to have desserts? Is this a new thing? This is new? Okay. I mean, I love the idea of making garlic bread. I'm confused about the phrase sweet kale salad. Sweet kale. I'm curious. What if I click on this? Oh. Green cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, chicory, roasted pumpkin seeds, and dried cranberry. Okay. I'm so amused that you can get charcuterie boards. I'm extra amused that there's one of them that has been sold out. That's so funny. I do love charcuterie boards, but my fridge is full of cheese right now. I have so much cheese I need to eat. Honey creme fraiche and apple crostini. Chocolate peanut butter French toast sold out for the best. Lava cake. This is wild. Creamy peanut butter and... What? Butter boards are all the rage. What the fuck is a butter board? Is this like a Instagram or TikTok thing that I don't know about? It's creme fraiche and peanut butter. No, thank you on that one. What? Don't fall down this hole. It's terrible. Mechtel, I've never met a hole I didn't want to fall down into, so I don't think I can stop myself. Butter boards. It's... You smear butter on a board and make your friends eat it. I don't think that could be it. Chad, that can't be it. Right? So it's literally just butter on a board and there's like bread and you smear it on the bread? Thank you everybody for scrambling to add that quote. But what do you put the butter on other than bread? Just crackers? Okay. This is so funny. It's funny that this has come up because I recorded a script today for my next YouTube video. And I make a joke about butter on chips. And because it was the funniest thing I could think of. And now what you're telling me is that TikTok beat me to it, to making it a legitimate thing. And I'm pretty devastated, actually, that you have done this to me. Okay. I am intrigued about this molten peanut butter lava cake, though. This is one of those things that I would never make on my own because I would just not know to do it. I would never think to try it. Let's see what other stuff they have. I'm intrigued by that, though. Ooh. Oh, these are like... Okay, so these are like... Are these like microwave dishes? Is that what I'm seeing? Or are these recipes? Personal devastation brought to you by HelloFresh. I have had butter coffee. I've also had egg yolk coffee. That was good as hell. I had that the first time I went to Japan. They just put a whole yolk in the coffee. And you can just see the whole yolk bobbing in there. And you stir it all up. And it is great. It tastes just like milk with really rich cream in it. Because like the egg yolk is essentially like... It's essentially a fat, and that's the same thing that milk or cream is doing in your coffee. So it tasted just the same. It was incredible, actually. It was really good. What a way to get salmonella. Salmonella is on the outside of the egg. The yolk is fine. There are frequently times in Japanese cooking where you eat raw eggs. Like, that is a thing that they are more comfortable with than we are. Is this? I don't think these are recipes. Okay, yeah. So these are like frozen cakes. I'm intrigued. I feel like if I'm committing to meals, I should give myself a little bit of a treat too, right? Shouldn't I? I'm thinking about it. Fancy grilled cheese. Oh, I'm devastated that this is sold out. Devastated. I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. Genuinely one of the best food combos of all times. Don't fall for it. No. Why not? Why not, though? Medi grilled. I'm apathetic about sun-dried tomatoes. And that's a shame. Because otherwise I'm intrigued by this. Okay, and then the ready-made meals. Oh, this is neat. So you can get little snacks and smoothies and stuff. That's cool. It's oatmeal time, though. I'm only eating oatmeals in the morning. That's all I'm doing in the morning. Okay, and so you can get... I assume these are also, like, less cooking-intensive food options. Well, maybe. Okay, no, these are still a little cooking. Okay. I think I'm going to get one of the desserts. Oh, no, there's more. I thought that was it. Okay. Okay, the quick home-cooked lunches. Pick your portion lunch kit. That salsa verde looks good. It's just the fresh tomatoes that are getting me, though. I know that. I love brownies. Maybe I want to get brownies. Oh, I like this. So they send you fully cooked chicken to go with the salad. I'm getting hungry again. All right, different salad options. Will they just send me focaccia that I can cook? Oh, is that possible? Oh, yes. Don't mind if I do. I love focaccia. Oh, man. This is just Panera now. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If Panera sold focaccia, I would eat a lot more Panera. So are we trusting that their photo doesn't use the same tricks as fast food commercials? Drew, I absolutely assume that all of these photos are very doctored. And that's okay. As long as they taste good, I don't give a fuck what the food looks like. Egg bites, I could pass on. I do love that you can just get sausages sent, though. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Oh, bakery items? Liege waffles. Really tempted by the Liege waffles. Do they come in... Okay, so I could use my waffle iron for them. I'm really intrigued. Does it just come as dough? Do they just come as dough? No, it says warm them up in the microwave. So they must come pre-made, right? Yeah, okay. I do love Liege waffles. Pretty Patrick. I do love Pretty Patrick. Remember that time he told us that his favorite food was potatoes? Wait, mashed potatoes? Pre-waffled. If they sent me dough, I would go for it. If they sent me dough for Liege waffles, I would absolutely make them. I'm really tempted by the charcuterie boards. But I feel like if there's anything I actually love shopping for, it's cheese. Although there's not a lot of good cheese options around me anymore. I miss the New York cheese scene, y'all. I miss it. Focaccia flatbread, also tempting. But if I'm getting focaccia, if I'm getting reg focaccia, I'm not going to get also focaccia bread. Oh, and I can just get meat. I can just get meat. Okay. God, all right. That's so many options. Let's go. No, wait. Take me back to desserts. No, wait. Let me see. God, do I want to do a peanut butter lava cake? I feel like I should get some kind of dessert. And I'm leaning more towards a brownie, even though that means more work. Serving 24 people? How many fucking brownies is this making? How small a brownie do you think I'm going to eat, HelloFresh? Okay, I'm gonna add this to my. God, it's so many brownies though. Normally when I make brownies, I make like a half sheet. Their cheesecakes are really good if they have it. Okay, maybe I'll try a cheesecake. That's just so many brownies. I am but one human. Even if I spread that brownie love out, it's a little overwhelming. Okay. Salted caramel mascarpone cheesecake sounds incredible, but it also sounds like a lot. Chocolate hazelnut sounds good. What do we think? Vanilla delight or chocolate hazelnut? I just love the texture of brownies. They're so chewy. I love a really, really chewy brownie. One that's just like, yeah. Love hazelnut. Strong love for hazelnut. The hazelnut tends to get drowned out. Okay, that's good context, Gremlin Lady, because that means I'll put some Nutella in it. I'll spread a layer of Nutella on top. Okay. That'll give us 2 single serves on that. Okay, feeling pretty good about this. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that jumps out at you that you think would be really exceptional? If the answer to that is yes, then go ahead and use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGHF22471 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. And you'll have to try it yourself. Or just let me know now and I'll see if there's anything else. Espresso chocolate chips. Mectel, I did not know that was such a thing. That sounds really good. I love brownies. Okay. I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to try. I am intrigued, not with the creamy PB&J board. That's insane. But I am intrigued by the charcuterie boards. But again, I love shopping for cheese. I would hate to rob myself of the experience of shopping for cheese by buying cheese now. I'd hate to ruin my future cheese purchasing by purchasing cheese early. Okay, I think that's good. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to try all of these out. Pears and melted brie. Oh. Do you get something special if you get all 10 codes used? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I get additional money. So here's a background peek at how these work. So I get a base amount of money just for doing the streams, and then I get an additional like commission basically if people actually use the stream, use the code. So it's like an incentive for me to like be proactive about telling you the code and giving you all this information. That said, this is something I am legitimately excited about. I think I said this last week, is that like I've gotten these emails from other companies before and just like not been interested because it's just like a thing that I don't care about. Mostly mobile games. I'm really excited about this. I've never tried a meal kit thing before, so I'm just really excited to try them out. A burrata in the hand is worth 2 in the Boucheron? That sentence did not end where I thought it would end. No Manscaped stream. Not yet. That would be a difficult one to that would be a difficult needle to thread. Okay, once again hiding the screen so I can move forward and see if there's anything Okay. My meal's complete. So I've got 4 meals. I think you guys this should be okay. 1 pot chicken sausage and chickpea stew. Really excited about that. Pecan crusted chicken. Really excited. Mustard soy salmon. A little nervous, but pretty excited to try learning how to make it. And pork sausage and bell pepper risotto. Pretty excited about that. I'm really excited to develop a cooking skill from this. Rosemary focaccia. That's just a little something for me. Really excited about eating that. And then some chocolate hazelnut cheesecakes. And this is the promo code. So this is saving me an incredible amount of money for trying this out. I mean, we'll just have to see how this is. I'm really excited. Okay. I'm going to hide it again so that hopefully nothing is visible. Boop. There we go. Okay. Is the cheesecake tiny, and are you only getting 1? So they are single serving size. So I think they're probably going to be like, yeah. But I do get 2 of them, which for $7 feels pretty accurate. Like that doesn't feel like New York prices, but it feels like Midwest cheesecake prices. I'm gonna for sure update. I'm for sure gonna update y'all on how these are on Thursday. Everything goes well, we'll cook the chicken sausage and chickpea stew here. I can't promise that's going to happen, but we're going to see. Okay. Are you sure? Because it looked like it said ×1. I think it's 1 entry of the 2 serving. Yeah, it's like 1 order of 2 servings, I think. I mean, we'll see. I would also love a cooking stream. Secretly, that's something I want to build too. Because I like cooking, and I think that would be a fun thing to do. We'll get there when we get there. Okay. So I think this just order complete. Yeah. Okay. So this should come in next Tuesday. So depending on when they come in on Tuesday, I will either have cooked one of these before Tuesday or not. So we'll see, but I'm really excited about this. Monthly cooking streams would be so fun, or like monthly cooking / crafting streams. That would be extremely. I've just become a vibe streamer. Is this not already kind of a vibe stream? Maybe just today has been a vibe stream. Anyway, we'll see. Okay. Let's do one more poem. This one, I saved it for last because I think this one's going to make me cry. In fact, I shared this the other day. My friend Paul, who I've mentioned about 8 times on the stream already because we're just really good friends, over break mentioned that he wanted to read more poetry. And so I was like, well, here's a place to start. And probably a lot of you are already familiar with this poem because it made its rounds on Tumblr a while back. But I think it's really just an incredible poem, and it's going to make me cry. So preemptively, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being chill about this sponsored stream. This is just, it's just one of those things where it's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy doing this. I don't know how I'll feel about it. And so we're just going to try it and see how it works. And I'm going to actually, Mimetown, I see your comment. Here it is, the traveling onion. You should be able to click that. But it means a lot to me that y'all are happy and okay following me on this journey. And we'll see if I like it. And we'll see if you guys like it. And we'll just keep going forward. I balance the sponsorship and being entertaining part really well. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm very small, so you can imagine how hard it is. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to read this poem, and I'm going to start to cry, and I'm going to end the stream. So that's how this is going to go. So this poem is called The Orange. It's by Wendy Cope. If you're not familiar with Wendy Cope's other poems, she's genuinely one of my favorite poets. Her style is so sly and cunning and earnest, and that's such a difficult balance to strike, I think, with poetry. And so if you're familiar with this poem, I really, really recommend you read some of her other poems. The Ariel is one of my favorites in general, but it's not food themed, so I'm not reading it today. So this is The Orange by Wendy Cope, and I'm going to drop the link in the chat so I can bail quickly. At lunchtime, I bought a huge orange. The size of it made us all laugh. I peeled it and shared it with Robert and Dave. They got quarters, and I had a half. And that orange, it made me so happy, as ordinary things often do. Just lately, the shopping, a walk in the park. This is peace and contentment. It's new. The rest of the day was quite easy. I did all the jobs on my list. Oh no, I didn't even make it through the poem. And enjoyed them and had some time over. I love you. I'm glad I exist. I'll see you all Sunday.